morning, welcome to another video. I'm so happy to be here. Today is Sunday, November 6th. I only know that because I just paid my rent yesterday and I was almost late. It is almost 11 in the morning. I've been up since 4. I don't know why. Well, I didn't know why, but then my homegirl told me that it was daylight savings, which still means I was up since 5. Don't know why. Today I do have quite a few things. I normally chill on Sundays, but I do have some things I want to get done. I'm feeling like super motivated and wanting to like adjust some things about my life and my work and my processes and me starting a business. I am starting a business. I already have the business is already functioning, but I'm kind of formalizing a business, and so I'm trying to think of what's most practical for me to get that done. For example, I guess I'll just explain it so that it makes sense. I'm a freelance graphic designer slash art director. I also work full-time at an agency as an art director slash graphic designer, because the design don't ever quit. I think they're in 2 different capacities, and my company's aware of the freelancing, but I would like to formalize my freelancing into a studio model, which I've kind of already did, in which situation I would essentially be doing more of the directing and less hands-on, but still having my hands in everything, but working with other designers, web designers, graphic designers, whatever, to get the projects done. So basically bringing my friends on board for these projects. I want to completely formalize the business, as in understand like kind of like what the service I provide for other clients, like knowing my brand strategy and what my mission is and what my values are and all those things. I want to solidify visual branding. I have something in place, but not like the way I want it. I want to have a website. I want to have all my processes in place so that when it is time for me to really dive in headfirst into this business, I'm not like scrambling like, oh my God, at what point do I send this contract? How do I do this proposal? Like, I don't want to do that. I do have some processes, but a lot of them need to be changed, and I need a lot of new ones. I need to get finances for my business in order. This year was the first year since I've been freelancing that I have actually like been on top of every single dime that's come in as it's come in, versus waiting till the end of the year scrambling, or till tax season scrambling, looking for like who I made money from and who I need to request 1099s from and all that stuff. And I did it this year because I made the most money this year that I ever have outside of my 9-to-5 job. And that has a lot to do with me becoming a content creator this year. I wasn't really doing that previously. In some way, shape, or form I was, but not to this capacity. And so now I'm having to keep track of both clients I'm doing like branding projects and design projects for, and strategy, and then also the brand deals and UGC and stuff like that I've had this year. So that being said, I started looking into some like books I can read or something that'll help me get that done, or that will help me be as efficient as possible. And what I did get, let me grab it. What I did get was 12-week year. Everyone's talking about it, obviously. I mean, I see it a lot on my TikTok and I just posted about it. I peeked in the book and started reading some of it, and I was like, well, this has like how did I not think of this before? It has like really practical things to do in order to meet your goals. And so I'm kind of excited to work through that book and like plan out how I'm going to like set my goals and plan out how I'm going to achieve them over the course of 12 weeks. I'm not going to hold myself. I'm going to try to do the 12 weeks, but I know things happen, and so I'm not going to be boohoo crying if it doesn't get done in 12 weeks. But this is a system that I'm going to be using, and I'm excited. I will document the whole thing, so that's cool. But I did make a list of things that I have to do on Notion, of course. I have to finish editing the first video I recorded for this channel. I need to plan content for the next, I want to plan it out through the end of the year, because earlier this year, for the better part of this year, I was really consistent in like on top of having my content plan, shooting it all way before it was time for me to post it, and that helped me with consistency and actually posting. But I don't know, I kind of just stopped. My hyper focus kind of like disappeared or went away or eased up, I don't know. But I'm not used to content and influencing or whatever being a part of like being a stream of income for me, and it is, and it was significant for this year, and I need that to continue based on my goals. And so I can't be bullshitting, I can't be around. So laundry, I'm starting it, even though the clothes been sitting in there wet for some time now. I did start it. Let's see if I finish. I have to do 3 illustrations today. That is ambitious. It's very ambitious. On top of all this other stuff, ambitious. I'm an early person, so by 11 a.m. I'm feeling like the day is done. I am going to make brunch and mimosas. It is still Sunday fun day, and then I'm going to continue / get started.
She just has this way about her, and she don't respond to words she don't like.
If there's nothing else you're gonna remember about me, one thing you can is that I always have some kind of book going in here at most times, if not all times. Right now, I am listening to The Secret Lives of Church Ladies, and I have about an hour and 20 minutes left.
Baby, where would I be without your love? It's got me on. Baby, where would I be if I be gone? Cause it feels like CPR. Cause it feels like CPR. Maybe love again, notice I can stand you up. I don't wanna talk about it.
I just woke up from a nap. I don't know how that happened, but I want to really quickly talk about, there's a lot of talking in this vlog. I'm sorry, it is what it is, okay? I just want to talk about what I was doing this weekend. I'm just remembering that I didn't have a full weekend because I worked yesterday. Before I continue about yesterday, just want to be clear, I will be talking about the upcoming election. I'm not trying to give any opinions on any candidates or whatever. I was assigned to this project, which was a rally for Stacey Abrams. I live in Atlanta. I don't know if I've ever stated that on this channel. Stacey is running for governor. The election's on Tuesday, today's Sunday, like I said. Yesterday was Saturday, so we had this rally at the Eastern. The timeline we had for the project was relatively short. This project was through my full-time agency. The timeline was relatively short, and we had, I don't know, I think I've been on a project for like 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And 3 weeks sounds like a long time. I really don't know, I don't remember. It went by really quick though. My primary role from the beginning was to set up a look and feel for this event. And how that works is that I determine what it's gonna look like, the colors being used, the fonts, the main like artwork, and then I pass that off onto a graphic designer who then creates the assets. Then I'm responsible for giving feedback and whatnot. So when we originally started the project, I wasn't going to create the key art because the timeline was so short and we didn't have time. Like, they wanted the key art by like the following day, and we couldn't do it, or I couldn't do it. So I gave direction on what the key art should look like using reference images and like some keywords to think about, colors to use, what type of photos to use, things like that. The key art came back from the designer, and it wasn't necessarily, there was a couple things that changed the course of the project basically, and I ended up doing the key art myself. And so I'll insert some images here somewhere on the screen, this side or this side, maybe over here. Yeah, so basically from here I put together a package of all the things that were used on this key art, and then gave direction on everything else we had to use. We had this larger spreadsheet of all of the assets that were being created for this rally, and that included staging assets, so an image that would go on the screen behind everyone that was on stage. It would be some banners that were on stage, banners all around the space, and then the digital promotion, and then wayfinding signage, so how to get to the VIP check-in, how to get to the ADA entrance, things like that. And then we had the digital components, which would be like the save the date, all that stuff. The event was really dope. It was hosted by Miss Tina Knowles Lawson. Obviously Stacey was there, a lot of her camp was there. 2 Chainz performed, Earth Gang performed, and I'll insert some footage here for you.
Mother of 3 beautiful daughters. Solange Knowles, Beyonce Knowles Carter, and bonus star Kelly Rowland, who happens to be from Atlanta. This is her hometown. To introduce our next special guest, Georgia's own Earth Gang.
You guys decided to show out this month. 2.5 million votes cast. That is more than we've seen in a midterm ever. But, well, I love y'all too, but I need y'all to love us a little bit more because we got more work to do.
So yesterday I had to be at that event, and when I got there I kind of just like helped determine where the signage was going and made sure everything just looked good. And we had some things we had to make changes to, like for example, this is like something really random but like a mini design fail. What was created for, so the colors were purple and orange, and the screen graphic was a gradient, a motion graphic of the purple and the orange. However, on the screen that was on stage, the orange showed up very red. And because we're designing for a political event, that's no. Particularly for Stacey Abrams, that's a no-no. So well, that was something that had to be adjusted when we got there, like little stuff like that. But I think that was the only thing that had to be changed. But stuff like that happens all the time. It gives me a headache, but it's things that I should be thinking about ahead of time, and I hate when I don't. Like why would I not assume the screen could possibly pick up a deep orange as a red? I should have thought about that prior to, you know, whatever, lessons learned. But yeah, so now I am working on these illustrations. I'm trying to think of other things that I have as far as design goes. For admin, I have for the rest of the day, these are some things I forgot to add to my list, but I was dreaming about during my nap. I do have to send out some proposals. I'm responding to some emails that people have sent me in regards to working with me, and so of course I want to be on top of that. And just for the change of scenery, I'm gonna go sit outside because I've been inside all day. I only went outside to get the orange juice for my mimosas. So I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to my balcony.
Apple headphones, like the $600+ ones that will be ahead, and then a mad fragile and shit. Those headphones, stay in the house. Stay in the house.
So I have relocated to my bed. I completed one, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna call it complete, one illustration, and then I did this sketch of a second one. And the sketch is the third illustration of 7. So I had one done already before I started this vlog. I did a second one. I'm not sure if I'm done with it yet. And then I started the sketch for a third one. I have 4 more due. I want them done. I'm sending this off tomorrow. I am sitting here in the bed, like I just said. This is my bed table. I am about to continue editing the last vlog, see how far I get. Hopefully I can get some kind of finish. I'm editing in iMovie right now because I don't have Final Cut on this laptop. This is technically my work laptop, but I'm still using it for everything. But yeah, I don't have Final Cut on here. I do have Premiere, so maybe I'll use that. But honestly, I'm just trying to do the quickest thing so that I can just get something up and then see if I can be consistent. I am going to end this one right here. I did a lot of talking today. Maybe after this point, I'll do like weekly vlogs unless I have a day where I have a lot going on, and I'll just do bits and pieces here and there, Monday through Friday. I'm also going to plan out some sit-down videos. I have a lot of content on my Instagram that I think could benefit from a longer form video. My mom also agrees. My momager says the same thing. So I'm going to plan that out and see what I can dedicate myself or commit myself to doing this week. And I will see y'all in the next one. There will be a next one. Bye.